Welcome, viewer, to tonight's Folklore Nightmares, a trilogy of terror. In a chilling journey into folklore horror, we embark on an exploration of three tales that promise to haunt your dreams long after the night is over. These stories, steeped in ancient myths and modern nightmares, intertwine to create a tapestry of fear that pulls at the very fabric of our understanding of the supernatural. The Whispering Woods stand as our first eerie destination. This ancient forest, shrouded in mystery, is notorious for voices that lure the unsuspecting with sinister whispers. Legends tell of a cursed village, consumed entirely by the woods, its inhabitants now mere echoes of their former selves, forever trapped within the forest's suffocating embrace. Within this malevolent woodland, a group of friends finds themselves drawn to the heart of the forest, compelled by a mix of curiosity and bravado. As night descends like a curtain, closing them off from the outside world, the true nature of the Whispering Woods begins to reveal itself through murmurs that promise secrets and desires. As the darkness deepens, each friend is led astray by a voice uniquely mimicking their deepest longing, pulling them further into the forest's clutches. The woods come alive, not with life, but with eyes that watch their every move, unseen entities observing with unknown intentions. Lost and separated, their initial thrill turns to terror as their fears start to materialize. The darkness isn't just a lack of light, but a presence that feels almost sentient, enveloping them in an inescapable dread. They begin to encounter the spectral figures of villagers, whispers made flesh, forever ensnared by the wood's malevolent will. As night cloaked the Whispering Woods in darkness, the group felt an eerie calm before the forest's voices began their sinister serenade. Promises of secrets and unspoken desires floated on the breeze, each whisper tailored to ensnare the heart of its listener. The friends, once bound by curiosity, now found themselves drawn apart, seduced by the spectral whispers that mimicked their deepest longings. One by one, they were led away, the forest path underfoot fading into oblivion. The darkness seemed alive, a silent observer with countless eyes that watched from the shadows. The friends, isolated and vulnerable, began to realize the wood's true nature. With each step, their fear grew, a tangible force that threatened to consume them whole. Lost and separated, the forest seemed to play on their fears, twisting reality until they could no longer trust their senses. Shadows moved with malevolent intent, and the air was thick with the scent of despair. It was then that they encountered the spectral villagers, shadows of a past swallowed by the forest, forever trapped within its grasp. Their search for an escape became desperate as dawn approached, the realization dawning on them that the forest never intended to let them leave. The woods, a malevolent entity, seemed to close in around them, its whispers growing ever more insistent, promising freedom while leading them further into its heart. In a final, frantic race against the creeping light of day, they sought to outrun the inevitable. The forest's whispers grew louder, a cacophony of promises and threats, as if the woods themselves were alive with anticipation. But as the first rays of light filtered through the trees, silence fell. The Whispering Woods had claimed its newest whispers, leaving behind only echoes of their passing. In the heart of the Whispering Woods, the realization dawns on the friends that their fate was sealed the moment they stepped into the forest. The woods, alive with a malevolent will, never intended to release them. Each whisper, each shadowy figure, was a part of the forest's sinister design to ensnare them forever. As the first light of day teases the horizon, a frantic race against time unfolds. The friends, driven by a desperate hope of escape, navigate through the dense, watchful darkness. But the forest, with its ancient curse, twists and turns, making every step away lead 2 steps back into its depths. Meanwhile, beneath the calm surface of the lake, a tale of betrayal and vengeance waits to be discovered. The drowned specter, a story woven from the sorrow and fury of a bride betrayed, lingers in the depths. Her spirit, once wronged and drowned on her wedding day, seeks retribution. A curious historian, drawn by tales of the spectral bride, plunges into the murky waters of the lake. Guided by the ghostly vision of a wedding dress, he descends deeper, where the water's embrace turns cold with whispers of betrayal. The historian finds himself caught in the grip of the drowned bride's fury, her cold touch a harrowing reminder of her tragic demise. Visions of the bride's last moments flash before him, her vow of vengeance echoing in the dark waters. The struggle for survival becomes a nightmarish dance with a spirit unwilling to forgive. As he breaks the surface, gasping for air, the historian realizes he's now woven into the fabric of the tale. The lake may seem serene, but beneath its calm, the specter of the bride waits, ever ready to claim her next victim. Diving into the lake's murky abyss, the historian felt an eerie silence envelop him. The water, cold and unwelcoming, seemed to hold secrets in its depths. As he descended, a glimmer caught his eye. A wedding dress, ethereal and out of place, floating as if to guide him further into the darkness. The deeper he ventured, the louder the whispers grew. They spoke of betrayal, of a love torn apart by deceit. Then suddenly a chilling touch, cold as the depths grazed his skin. It was her, the drowned bride, her presence as palpable as the water that surrounded them. Caught in her relentless grip, the historian struggled. The lake, once a place of mystery, now became a prison. Visions flashed before him, the bride's final moments, her despair, and her vow of vengeance. It was a tale of sorrow and anger, unfolding in the silent waters. Fighting for air, for survival, he understood too late. The spirit of the drowned bride wasn't just a story, it was a curse, a relentless pursuit of retribution against betrayal. His struggle was futile against the depth of her fury, as she sought to make him part of her tragic tale. Breaking the lake's surface, he gasped for breath, the shore suddenly in sight. But the peace was deceptive. As calm as the waters appeared, he knew the truth. He was now entwined in the legend, a living part of the bride's sorrowful narrative, forever watched by the specter lurking beneath. In the murky depths of the lake, the historian felt an icy grip tighten around his ankle, pulling him further away from the surface. The cold touch was more than physical. It was a surge of emotions, betrayal, and anger, emanating from the drowned bride whose story he sought to uncover. As he struggled against the force that held him captive, visions flashed before his eyes. Moments of love turned to betrayal, a wedding dress sinking into the abyss, and a vow of vengeance whispered with the last breath. The historian realized he was reliving the bride's final tragic moments. The battle for survival intensified as the historian fought to break free from the vengeful spirit's hold. But with every movement, the water around him grew colder and the whispers louder. It was a relentless pursuit by a spirit who had waited years for her story to be known. Breaking the lake's surface, the historian gasped for air, the cold night enveloping him. He had escaped the grip of the drowned bride, but not without consequence. As he looked back at the calm waters, he understood that his life was forever intertwined with the tale of the lake's specter. Now, part of the legend he once sought to uncover, the historian knew the calm waters were deceiving. Beneath the surface, the drowned bride waited, her story a trap for those who dared to delve too deep. The lake, a seemingly peaceful mirror to the sky, held a vengeful spirit beneath, ever ready for its next victim. In the heart of a snow-swept wilderness, the curse of an ancient creature whispered through the towering pines. The Wendigo, a specter of insatiable hunger, roamed these icy expanses, its presence a dark shadow over the land. Legends spoke of it not just as a beast, but as a manifestation of hunger, devouring anything in its path. A group of friends, seeking adventure and camaraderie, set out on a camping trip into this frozen domain. They were eager to test their endurance against nature's raw beauty. unaware of the ancient horror lurking within the silence of the snow. The first night under the stars was filled with laughter and stories, an illusion of peace in the wilderness. As darkness enveloped their camp, unsettling howls pierced the silence, echoing across the vastness. Mysterious footprints appeared by morning, circling their campsite, a chilling testament to the night's unseen visitors. The group brushed off the tales of the Wendigo shared around the campfire, attributing the sounds and tracks to the wilderness's many mysteries. However, the laughter soon faded as an insatiable hunger began to gnaw at each member. Food supplies seemed to vanish quicker than expected, and what was once a shared meal now became a source of tension. The wilderness, with its serene beauty, transformed into a vast, insidious trap, with the group's strength and sanity slowly being sapped away. Disappearances in the night shattered the group's resolve. One by one, members vanished, leaving behind only tracks that led into the impenetrable darkness of the forest. The remaining friends realized too late the truth of the Wendigo's curse, as suspicion and hunger turned them against each other, their humanity slipping away with each passing moment. In the frozen expanse, the group's unity began to fracture under the weight of a gnawing hunger that seemed unnatural. The once jovial atmosphere of the camping trip soured as suspicions grew. Each member felt the hunger twist their thoughts, turning every shadow into a potential threat, every sound a warning. Disappearing one by one, their tracks led into the darkness, a silent testament to the Wendigo's presence. The snow, once pure and untouched, now bore the marks of a sinister dance. The survivors realized too late the stories were more than mere folklore. They were a prelude to their own demise. The remaining few faced not just the physical hunger, but also the psychological torment of isolation and paranoia. Trust eroded, replaced by a survival instinct that drove them to unthinkable actions. In the cold clutches of the wilderness, humanity's veneer cracked, revealing the primal fear of being hunted. In the shadow of the Wendigo, the final survivor confronted not just the creature, but the darkness within themselves. The hunger, now overwhelming, was a constant companion, urging them toward a final, desperate act. It was a battle not just for survival, but for the soul, fought in the heart of a blizzard. When the storm cleared, the silence was deafening. The snow-covered landscape, a stark reminder of the Wendigo's curse, lay undisturbed once more. The lone survivor's fate, intertwined with the ancient creature, left an eerie calm. The curse, unbroken, waited silently for its next victims, the cycle destined to repeat. In the heart of a blizzard, the lone survivor confronts the Wendigo, facing not only the external beast, but the hunger gnawing within. This battle of wills becomes a fight for survival, where every gust of wind and flurry of snow feels like the creature's breath on their neck. The confrontation reaches its climax as the survivor, driven by a mix of fear and desperation, channels every ounce of their remaining strength into this final stand. The storm around them mirrors the tumult inside, a physical manifestation of the internal struggle against the Wendigo's curse. As the blizzard subsides, silence descends on the snow-covered wilderness. The outcome of the battle remains ambiguous, with only the lingering presence of the Wendigo's curse as evidence of the encounter. The wilderness holds its breath, waiting for the cycle to begin anew with the next unwary traveler. This brings us to the end of our trilogy for this evening. We hope you have enjoyed our cautionary tales. If you would like to see more of our horror stories, please like and subscribe to our channel to enjoy more terror tales. For now, sleep well, viewer, and we hope to see you next time.